These are the designer or the popular brands specifically creating lower cost lines for discount stores. We are going to break down 10 brands you will commonly see inside TJ Maxx and Marshalls stores, how to spot them, and what makes them different from their mainline counterparts. Let's dive in. Number 1, Calvin Klein. The main collection pieces from Calvin Klein actually rarely appear at TJ Maxx. Instead, most of the time you'll find the lower cost Calvin Klein sportswear, underwear, and dresses. This is how you would know. Cheaper fabrics like a polyester blend, maybe a more simple design, and a care label that often indicates a licensing company or even the letters TJX. So one of the best universal tips is to check the inside tag closely. If the tag says things like made for TJX, factory, or outlet, that is an absolute clear sign the item was not originally intended for a mainline store. And by the way, items typically won't have the true MSRP on the tag, just a generic compare at price. Number 2, Ralph Lauren offers multiple sub-brands. You will see a lot of these pieces inside these stores. Lower tier lines like Lauren by Ralph Lauren and Chaps. If you compare a high-end Ralph Lauren line like the purple label or the black label, they really rarely appear at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So one clear sign to look for when determining if it's manufactured is the design and the construction. So outlet-specific garments will cut corners on details like fewer buttons, simpler stitching, cheaper lining, or less embellishment. I've given you my example of these beautiful leather Ralph Lauren shorts that I found in my local TJ Maxx. Now you can see the price tag. It retails for $400, and in going to the website, it's still available. By the way, not all lesser priced brands from these lines are bad, but it's good to know what brand you're really buying versus the standard blazer or the blouse or the chaps piece that you might find from one of their subpar manufactured brands. Number 3, Michael Kors. So Michael Kors has a diffusion line called Michael Kors. Most MK items at Marshalls or TJ Maxx are from this lower price line or made for outlet pieces. You're going to see these at the Michael Kors outlet as well as our Nordstrom Rack stores. So outlet exclusive designs are pretty common, and you can find them through the different interior linings. So outlet produced bags spell out Michael Kors in block letters. This is a huge distinction and you can spot it right away. Outlet price tags show 2 prices, retail versus our price, unlike boutique items, which are just going to show the retail MSRP. And materials and hardware are typically so much lighter and so much less premium. Another clear sign is seeing multiple sizes or the same style again and again in the racks. So when you walk in any TJ Maxx or Marshalls store, the women's section has a lot of pieces, all generally, I've said this before, that feel pretty cheap. This is a pretty clear sign you're looking at manufactured, made for TJ Maxx pieces. Just remember, if you find an abundance of one style available in every size and color imaginable, it's likely made specifically for off-price retail. Number 4, Kate Spade New York creates outlet exclusive handbags and accessories, often with a slightly different style, or you can definitely tell by the materials. So let's just zoom into the logo. The logo in an outlet piece might have a small square logo plate with a hollowed out Spade symbol. Interior labels might read outlet or have an F style code. I mean, that's like the ultimate cheat sheet to know that right there. Materials like leather can be less premium, and the designs tend to be simplified versions of popular styles from their designer collection. Number 5, Coach. So Coach has boutique lines and the factory outlet, we all know this, which also sells direct to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So Coach outlet bags usually have an F at the start of the serial number, signifying factory. I mean, that's again a really good way to know if your bag is coming from an outlet or a factory. An X stamp may also appear on the outlet tags. These manufactured items have, again, lower quality leather, they have lower, not so special designs, and price tags typically lack a true MSRP, only showing a generic compare to price as well. By the way, those MSRP true true hang tags are such a great indication of if you're getting the real thing or not. I look for those tags in every single one of the stores and the pieces that I buy. Number 6, DKNY is Donna Karan's manufactured line. I did not know this. This means that they produce specific inventory for discount retailers under that DKNY line, which personally isn't my favorite line anyway. You're gonna see a large quantity of the same items. They're very simple, they're lower cost, and a DKNY blouse at Marshall's might probably most likely be polyester, where high-end Donna Karan version is probably going to be silk. So just that entire line in general of DKNY, just know it is made for outlet. 7, Tahari, which is also known as Tahari. So Tahari's main collection is upscale, but you'll see Tahari or Tahari ASL, which is Arthur S. Levine, at our favorite discount stores, our TJMAXX's and our Marshalls. We know this because the tags are reading Tahari or ASL. They use synthetic fabrics, polyester blends, and of course they're lower priced. So for example, Tahari ASL dress may cost $79 in store versus if you're shopping really in the Tahari line, her silk dress is probably priced over $400. A huge pro tip of mine for us as we hunt for the best pieces is getting good at looking at fabric content. So mainline luxury or high-end items usually feature premium fabrics like silk, cashmere, leather, and wool. Finding these fabrics on the inside tag is an important practice. Versus the manufactured versions, they typically use synthetics, polyester, rayon, acrylic, or cheaper cotton blends. Number 8, Diane von Furstenberg, DVF. So DVF produces simpler versions of the iconic wrap dresses for outlets. Indicators might include slight fabric differences, simpler prints, or reissued older prints as well. Again, if there's a large quantity, it's probably made for TJMAXX. Mainline DVF dresses, though, are typically pure silk or satin, jersey, while outlet versions use less premium materials. By the way, last time I was in London, I did make a stop at a few different TKMAXX's. I did find Diane von Furstenberg, the real label here, and it was a screaming deal. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit it in my suitcase, but isn't this beautiful? Number 9, Ann Taylor. So Loft, Ann Taylor Factory, and Loft outlets explicitly indicate factory or outlet on the tags. These never hit regular Ann Taylor or Loft stores. So again, materials. Cotton or acrylic replacing merino wool, and again, a simpler design. There's nothing really special. The tags may have coded markings like small squares or dots, denoting factory items as well, similar to what Gap does. And by the way, do you know about Gap and Banana Republic's tag rule? This is really cool. So designer outlets use alternate labels. That's a pretty standard practice, and getting to know these labels is something we can all definitely get better at. Banana Republic Factory, for example, have 3 small diamonds on the tag. Gap outlet tags have 3 squares. And then if you go to J. Crew Factory, they use 2 diamonds. So these shapes appear near the brand name on the label and immediately signal it's an outlet version of the real thing. Number 10, Tommy Hilfiger. So Tommy Hilfiger commonly offers outlet-specific lines. The outlet versions typically don't have the detailed embroidery, the premium trims, and will feature a generic compare-at price on tags instead of an actual MSRP. If you like any of these brands, I think it's important to study the real designer version of it. Look at the fabrics, know what's coming out each season, and know the tags, because if you know the tags and you spot a piece in TJMAXX or Marshall with that original designer tag still on it, then you know you're getting the real thing. If it doesn't have that though, as we clearly saw with all of these brands, if it doesn't have the quality, the fabric, the special details, and it comes in abundance, like the rack is full of the same piece, multiple sizes, most of the time that's your clear giveaway that it is a made for TJMAXX manufactured brand. Okay, so with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed these tips. I hope they help you shop for the most beautiful, feel-good, affordable pieces. Continue to watch my videos because we're here in the business for spotting the deals, spotting the beautiful pieces, and giving you more awareness and more power in what you buy and what you wear. Feeling good is your superpower. Fashion connects you with a feel-good life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.